Hello, welcome to Grabs and Deals. My name is Richard Bell, and I am the founder of Grabs and Deals. Grabs and Deals is an online discount store. Grabs and Deals has picky deals for picky people because Grabs and Deals knows just how picky you are. Welcome everyone. I'm gonna do a question and answer segment for you today. I've been getting a lot of questions from friends, co-workers, customers, and just people in general in regards to the retail industry. As you know, I'm an asset protection specialist by trade, but recently I've taken a job on the sales floor in the retail industry because I want to learn a little more about what's going on. The first question we have today, I've been getting a lot of this question asked more than anything. Why are retail stores closing and what is going on in the retail industry? I think retail stores are closing because a lot of the businesses are going online. Also, the smart retailers are realizing they need to have a personal shopping experience with the customer in order to survive. So what I think is going to happen, you're going to see more and more retail stores closing. The ones that embrace technology with a physical location, a brick and mortar location, those are going to be the one to survive. You're not going to walk into a big, huge retail store anymore. I think it's going to be a smaller type of store, which we're seeing more often over the last few years. I think e-commerce is dominating and it's growing at double digits yearly. I think shopping habits are shifting to online, and AI, which is artificial intelligence, is making the process faster, smarter, and more personalized. And traditional retail stores alone this year, 5,000 brick and mortar retail stores are expected to close. And that's a projection from the economists. They're saying 5,000 brick and mortar retail stores are expected to close, and we've been seeing it already. Recently, Macy's is projected to close. Big Lots is projected to close. JCPenney is expected to close stores. And recently, Kohl's said they're going to close stores. And that's just that we know of right now, but we don't know what's going on in other places. So the next question I have is, where are the retail jobs going? Retail jobs, I believe, are going into the tech industry. They're going into logistics, and they're going into AI, which is artificial intelligence driven marketing, and e-commerce. E-commerce is the biggest one. I saw this coming back at the beginning around 2017, 2018 is when I opened my first online store, which was called Thrifting By. And then as I learned more, I changed my business model. I changed the website from Thrifting By to Grabs and Deals, and I saw this coming. And back then it was probably cheaper to build a website than it is now. So I wanted to be in the game ahead of time. So e-commerce is dominating. The next question is, what do consumers expect today? By talking to customers, what customers expect today is they want instant recommendations, they want a fast delivery, and they want a personalized shopping experience, which I just mentioned earlier. That's what customers expect today. Instant recommendations, fast delivery, and personalized experience. How many times have you gone into a retail store and they told you they don't have this, but if you order online, it could be at your doorstep tomorrow? I've done that a few times and went to the store and they've done that and it's been at my house tomorrow. The next question, how is artificial intelligence disrupting the retail industry in regards to brick and mortar stores? Algorithms, that's my answer. Algorithms do two things. They analyze shopping habits and predicts what customers want before customers search for it and quickly adjust prices based on demand. AI chatbots handles customer service and call centers with instant automatic responses. The first one talked about the analyzed shopping habits. Remember I said personal shopping experience? They're going to look what customers want and be able to make those recommendations based on that. Two, how many times have you been to a retail store and you haven't seen salespeople on the floor? Or you made a phone call. They tell you, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for that, press 4 for this. So now you come home, or you just pull out your phone, and you go online, you put in the store you want, and a chat box come up. How may I help you today? How may we serve you better? What are you looking for? They'll answer all that right then and there and make recommendations based on that. In warehouses, AI, which is artificial intelligence again, manages the inventory and manages packaging and uses robots for fulfillment. For this reason, cashiers, store clerks, and sales assistants jobs are being eliminated. Walmart started this back during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, they started doing away with their maintenance personnel who mop the floors because they got robots. They got these little robots that they crawl on the floor now. and the robots, they'll clean the floors, so they don't need those. And then in the back rooms, they've taken artificial intelligence to do the stock in the back. They can pull the stock off the shelves. They can stock the shelves with the robots. That's how the jobs are being eliminated. And with cashiers, as you all know, self-checkout. In the store where I work, they've been asking for self-checkout. They want self-checkouts because they don't want to stand in long lines no more. Self-checkout is good and bad. It has its pros and it has its cons. Pros, you don't stand in long line. Pros, great for the customer, great for customer service. Con, bad for theft. Some stores have a lot of theft due to self-checkouts. The next question, what type of experienced workers are companies looking for? Experienced companies are looking for software engineers, data-driven marketing, e-commerce analytics, there's the word again, e-commerce analytics, and supply chain analysts. E-commerce analytics, they're looking at everything that these stores are doing online, how their sales are growing, what they're doing, so they can compete. The next question, how will retailers help their employees transition? That's going to be interesting. I think in the future, employers will require a completely different skill set. Cashiers, sales clerks, and warehouse workers will not easily be able to transition into the new digital positions of the new retail industry. They will need significant training. So if you're a cashier, if you're a sales clerk, if you're a warehouse worker, start looking at tech schools, start looking at colleges, and see what kind of training they offer you. I know if you're in a place where there's BOCES, which is a technical school for adults, I would look into it and see what kind of training you can get to transition into those positions. The next question, where are the best jobs right now for retail workers? Right now, warehouse workers, delivery drivers, and logistics are where the jobs are at right now. However, these jobs are now being affected by AI and automation. These jobs too will eventually be replaced by self-powered vehicles and drone shipping. And we've been seeing that in certain areas. You've seen drone shipping in some of the restaurants, the little cars on the road, the little AI robots delivering food for them. To sum it all up for you, retail stores that continue to operate in the traditional retail way will continue to struggle and close down. And I think we're going to see a lot more than the 5,000. The ones that succeed, the stores, like I said, that succeed, they'll be the ones that adapt and integrate artificial intelligence into every part of the operation. Those will be the ones that succeed. Like I said, I think they're going to scale back the size of the business. They'll succeed. They'll have online with a smaller storefront. Next question. Do you think it's a good idea to open a retail shop in a small town? I really do. Only certain types of retail shops and businesses succeeds in small towns and communities. If I were to open a small shop in a small town, the type of shops I would open would be 1, a coffee shop, 2, a grocery store with local produce, 3 would be a specialty food shop or food truck, 4 would be a clothing boutique, 5 would be a pet grooming service, 6 would be a hardware store, 7 an outlet store, 8 a bakery, 9 a barber shop, 10 a thrift store, 11 a flower shop, 12 an ice cream shop, 13 electronics repair shop, 14 a gift shop with locally crafted items, 15 an art gallery, and 16 a gym or fitness studio. Those would be the ones that I would consider opening in a small town. The next question I've gotten when I've answered this for people is, why would you open these types of businesses in a small town and community? I would only recommend putting them in an area where there are no big box retailers, no Walmarts, no Targets, retail chain stores, because these types of businesses will cater to the community's daily needs and will become a central gathering point for the community. So that's the only reason why I would open, because it would cater to the community's needs, and it's a sense of community. When I was younger, we had a store called Lloyd's, and they would offer free coffee to senior citizens. They would have coffee that you could buy at the counter. They would take their families there. My father would take me shopping. A lot of the kids' grandparents would take them shopping. We'd go in to play video games. And after we were done playing video games, we'd shop. And then we'd see stuff we'd like. We'd come out and we ask them, hey, Pop, can you buy us this? Hey, Mom, can you buy us this? Hey, Grandma, can we get this? And it was the way they made money. It was a sense of community. They got together and drum up business. It was a sense of community. Those stores really cared. It was an interpersonal experience back then, because you didn't have artificial intelligence. You didn't have computer shopping. You didn't have all the computers that we have now. Life right now is through a computer. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll put support@grabsanddeals.com. Go online, shop at Grabs and Deals, look at what we have. And if you have any questions, like I said, please email me or reach out to me or put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on where you think the retail industry is going. I want to hear what you think and what are your plans if you're a reseller. What are your plans? How are you going to plan to compete with the big retailers when they go online? That's all I have today. And remember, please shop Grabs and Deals. Go on to grabsanddeals.com. Please tell your friends, tell your family. Shop Grabs and Deals and grab some of those picky deals for you picky people. I'll see you next time.